So we'd like to warmly welcome all of you on behalf of our founder Acharya, His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, the management of this beautiful Matchless Gifts. Welcome and thank you for spending time on a Saturday afternoon. There are many things you could have been doing. We don't know if they were all going to be good for you, but here you are. So thank you for coming. Welcome. We'll read from the Bhagavad Gita, where we can hear some words from Lord Krishna, just as a means of introducing Lord Krishna to our guests. Lord Krishna is understood as the supreme person. If there is a CEO of a company, then Krishna is the CEO of the entire cosmic manifestation. He's the source of all energies, therefore the source of matter and spirit. And Krishna has a diverse, unlimited personality. Therefore, he is understood in many cultures, many religions, in different ways. Just like if you have a beautiful diamond that's beautifully cut, may have been mined in the mines of Botswana. They've got good diamonds there. In the Congo, they've got good diamonds. So it has many low facets. If you put it to the sun, then it shimmers in different ways. So different people may perceive that diamond from different angles, get different light bouncing off that diamond. So the Supreme Person, being an unlimited person, he has an unlimited personality, unlimited qualities. And he's more known for his position as the controller of everything, as the creator of everything. But lesser known is his qualities with those who are his friends. What is his personality? How does he behave? Does he have a home life? Does he have friends? Does he have special friends? What names do his most intimate friends call him? Is it a him? So many questions may be there about God. So we find that in the conception of Krishna, we understand God to be the all-attractive person. So to be all-attractive means that no matter what angle one approaches, one will find something attractive. We are next to the country of chocolate. The Swiss are famous for chocolate. It's a nice type of sweet, but there's also another sweet called gulab jamun. It's like soaked in sugar syrup. Sometimes that syrup is flavored. And you pick it up, it's nice and golden brown, you know, it's made of flour, softened, and then it's soaked up the juice, and when you bite it, all that comes out is just this liquid. Squirt out, you know, juice. There's another one called Rasa Malai. It's also like a milk sweet. Very nice and soft and fluffy and also. So anyway you bite such sweets, all you get is the sweet nectar. So Krishna is also like that. However way you approach him, you will find him to be sweet and sweeter still. And you'll find him attractive, more charming, that he will always surpass your expectations. And so this name of the book called Bhagavad Gita is also a name addressing Krishna, addressing God. The particular name Bhagavan means one who possesses bhaga, opulences, but who possesses all opulences in full. So the Gita means song, so this is the song of the one who possesses all opulences. And the pure devotees, they study the character of Krishna. Just like these days, people follow people. They follow celebrities, politicians. Hey, you can follow even your cousin or your friend. And this idea of people who follow others means they are aware of where they are, what they did, whatever they post. Some people are more than waiting for what the person posts. They investigate on their own to find out about their favorite celebrity or actor. So the saintly persons also study the personality of God. And to explain what it means that he is full in all opulences, they select 6 aspects of his powers or potencies. They say, why is Bhagavan? Because he possesses all beauty. On the one side we have the name Krishna, which means all attractive. So we are understanding what makes him all attractive. Oh, he possesses all opulences. Okay? So what opulences are there? For us, beauty is so important. People will, try to sound PC. No, I wasn't attracted by external beauty. I'm like, but generally when we meet anyone, it's the eyes that tell us what we see. And then the mind decides, do I like what I see? Would I like to see more? Do I find this beautiful, less beautiful, mediocre, this and the other? So beauty, Krishna possesses all beauty. Now what does that mean? Can we even comprehend all beauty? They have like Miss World pageants, Miss Universe. Do you have a Miss Germany? Yeah, probably is Miss India. Then they send all these Miss this and that to go compete on the world stage. So sure enough, according to certain standards of beauty, certain ladies are selected. Oh, these are the most beautiful women of our country, bang. So to say someone is all beautiful, if you take all the Miss, you combine them to make maybe one person's beauty, we can't even really comprehend what type of person would be that. When it comes to Krishna, unlimitedly beautiful. And when you see him, you think you've seen how beautiful he is. If you blink, you see him again, he's become even more beautiful. This is the meaning of all attractive, he's beautiful. He is all famous. So how is someone who's famous attractive? We see that even in the world, There used to be one hip-hop artist, one rapper. His name was Notorious B.I.G. Don't look him up. He had a line, big, black, ugly as ever. If you just met him without knowing who he was, you wouldn't think too much about him. But then he's a rapper, he's famous. He was beloved. Ladies were practically fainting, trying to get his number, screaming. But in terms of physical beauty, no, he's not like the most handsome fellow you ever saw. But because he's famous, that makes him attractive. We have that experience. Many famous people, it's not that they're beautiful, but because they are famous, they attract. Krishna has all power. So when someone is powerful, has influence, Ashwaryasya, Viryasya. Virya means power and influence. So powerful people are also attractive, right? Who is the chancellor now in Germany? Is there? No more chancellor.
You don't know.
You don't know.
Friedrich Merz.
Okay, you must report him. He hasn't socially integrated nicely. He doesn't know the chancellor. This is offense, apparat, let's say. Thank you. So, yes, people generally don't like these days politicians and whatnot, because linked to politics is the economy, and we're all trying to get some more money, and when we're not getting enough, we are angry at politicians, so we may not be attracted to the politicians. But other politicians may respect that. They can find this is, and regular citizens, if it's you get a chance to meet the chancellor, or you will dress better than you're dressed today. And you will come there on time. If you have an appointment with the chancellor, you come early, you're well dressed, best perfume, everything. So they have an attraction power. If someone has knowledge, we had, I think he passed away a couple of years back. What's his name? Stephen Hawkins. I mean, he's not the most handsome brother that there was. He practically couldn't speak normally. But he had some mega brain. He was a big scientist. He had so much knowledge. And the world is attracted. They want to read his books, wanted to hear his thinking. So the Supreme Person possesses all knowledge. He's the source of all knowledge. Therefore, he's attractive. So others may say we're not directly attracted to the knowledge of God. But if he's the source of all knowledge, whatever department of knowledge that attracts you is coming from the source of all knowledge. Therefore, you are attracted indirectly. He's all famous. Others will say, well, we may not know, we may not believe, but everyone, whether you're atheistic, atheism means a disbelief in
God.
So there must be God somewhere for you in your mind that you don't believe in. So he's famous enough that other people don't want to believe. Agnostics means, well, could be there, may not be there. I have no skin in the game. And then there are many people who accept that there must be a supreme, if not it's a being, it's a supreme power, right? People believe there's an energy everywhere in the world. There's the universe. Others believe, well, why are you going looking for God outside? God is within you. There are many people who feel like that. And so yes, Krishna explains in the Gita, he's also in the heart of everyone. Others don't like that. Just like Big Brother, you know. If he's in my heart, then he's spying on me, you know, he knows everything. People feel uncomfortable with that. But this is not like Big Brother who's trying to become like God, because that's humanity. They want to be all-seeing. They put cameras everywhere. They want to be all-knowing. The phones are listening to us, right? Everybody has their data somewhere. Now they want to give you central bank digital currencies, so that even your money, wherever you spend it, they know where you spent it. So they're trying to be God, to know everything, to see everything. But already Krishna is there in the heart, knows everything. Because he's sitting there as our friend, not just like some sinister spy who's trying to a friend who is a well-wisher, who gives us knowledge, who gives us remembrance, who helps us forget. You know, there are certain things in our lives that if we were always aware of, we would be dysfunctional. Certain pains, certain traumas. And there are things that we want to do, desires that we have, that sometimes we forget. And then sometimes it just surfaces. Hey, remember that you want to do this, you want to do that. This is Krishna in the heart. And then from the energy that pervades everything, then he is there personally with each living being. Higher than him being in our hearts, he has his own life. Just like us, we value our own personal life. I am unique, I have my own. Everyone is trying to have their own house, their own footprint in the world. So Krishna also has his own personal life. In one aspect of his life, he is acting as God. There's a part of the spiritual world where Krishna has 4 arms. I don't know if you've seen such pictures. Ever seen such pictures from the East where you see a person with more than 2 arms? So there's so much variety in the universe. When Krishna has 4 arms, those forms are known as Vishnu or Narayan, more common names, also specific names. So there's a part of the spiritual world where those who are there understand this is God and they worship him. He has all the crowns and the armor, super effulgent, he has thrones, amazing palaces, and yes, the Lord and Master. But Krishna, because he's a person, he also doesn't like this too much, people who are starstruck. You know, if you meet someone famous or influential, then everyone, oh, so good to meet you. They are so respectful, and so that person who's famous, who has power, he becomes bored with all these people trying to be too nice, and yes, yeah. Krishna also, he says, that love which is based on knowledge that I am God, I am supreme, I am controller, is not so pleasing to my heart than the love of those devotees who treat me like I'm their equal or sometimes their junior. So now we are entering what is the relationship between us and Bhagavan. Because now the all-powerful, the all-knowing, how do we have a relationship with such a person? We are just, trying to keep a job. We could get fired anytime. This is how powerful we are. You don't hand in a report in time, some supervisor's calling you into an office. You don't pay tax, you're in problems. But we think we are really something special, right? And then we're talking about a relationship with the Supreme Almighty. How is that possible? So the devotee scientists who study the character of God explain 5 main relationships are there with God. The first level is a level of neutrality. This neutrality you can have when you understand how God is the energy everywhere, or people feel like he's the light. So you cannot really have a relationship of love with the light unless I'm missing something. Because the light is impersonal. Love is between sentient beings, persons. It moves, it's a two-way street. Although we say with our mouth that I love the sky, but how much does the sky love us? And what can you really do to please the sky, your beloved love? We're only staring at it, and that's it when no clouds. Oh, so beautiful. So a relationship of neutrality with God is that I accept there's an all-powerful energy in the universe that's controlling everything. That everything is resting on this energy that connects everyone, you know. This is a popular one in the cafes when people are smoking cigarettes and drinking coffee, you know. Yes, we're all connected, you know, we're all one. People say this, right? So higher than being neutral is the relationship where one feels I am small, therefore I am a servant. And God is big, powerful, He is the master. So this relationship is very famous in most theistic cultures. God is the supreme master, He is the Lord, and we are His servants. Although the word servant doesn't ring very well for us, because servant here means that so-called master may exploit me. I work overtime and I don't get compensated. I get given too much work. So a master here is synonymous to some exploiter, someone who's lording over you. So when we think of Krishna, when we think of God as a master, some people, they cringe at this. I'm no one's servant. But yes, you are a servant of your own mind. When your mind says, it's time for a smoke break, you have to go on a smoke break. If your body says it's time for a toilet break, we have to run to the toilet. We are serving our senses. Stomach says hunger and starvation. Then you have to make a plan to eat. Sometimes the genitals, they're calling, hey, I've had no action in many days now, what's going on? And you have to try and find some outlet for sex desire. So we are servants of this body, servant of these senses. So being a servant is not something foreign to us. This is the point I'm making. That currently we are serving governments, mothers-in-law, fathers-in-law, in some cases. Others, they last saw mother-in-law at the wedding or father-in-law. Soon as they are done, they want to run away, have our own life, we'll serve each other and then frustrate each other. So we are servants. But to serve God is actually the most glorious thing about us. To be called the servants of Krishna is actually a highlight. Like if you are the servant of some important famous person, or people go around telling everyone, I'm the PA of so-and-so, I'm the personal assistant of so-and-so, they put it in their CV, how many people they've been servants to. But because we're in illusion, we think that which is true and wonderful is bad. And that which is embarrassing and degraded, serving, temporary beings, this is my glory. So that's a relationship, master and servant. It's a beautiful thing. But it gets better. Another level of relationship is when the liberated soul, even the conditioned soul in I, sees God with a sense of friendship. We feel like that Krishna is our friend. He's got our back. He knows what we're going through. He's right there in the heart. So there's nothing really to hide. If you've got a good friend means they know all your secrets. Right? Whatever problems come, you're on the phone. You know what happened today. I can't believe the way she said this, he said that. And you offload and feel good. So there is an opportunity that when we have become lovers of Krishna, that we awaken to a relationship where we find him to be our dearmost friend. And in that relationship of friendship, although he's the supreme, because of love, he becomes controlled by that love of the friend. That Krishna is happy to act as if we are equals. We hear of Krishna's activities when he came over 5,000 years ago. His friends sometimes would race him. Yes. And whoever loses this race, the punishment is that he has to carry the other one on the shoulders. So sometimes Krishna would lose the race. He'd have to carry his friends on his shoulders. So this means one of the 6 qualities of Krishna we didn't mention is that he's renounced. He's not attached to the position of God. You know, people, we tend to be, as soon as you have some position, everyone must know. You know, I am this, I'm that, I'm the president, I'm this, I'm... Krishna is not so attached because he is God anyway. In fact, he doesn't like to carry that with him so much. So, he is happy when he doesn't have to act as God, but he has to act as a friend. So he'll carry his friends on his shoulders and he gets happiness. His friends tell him, Krishna, close your eyes, I have a nice sweet for you. And Krishna closes his eyes, expecting a nice sweet, and they throw a flower in his mouth. He chews, it's bitter. And they all laugh, have a good time. So, the process of Krishna consciousness is technically called Bhakti, Bhakti Yoga. Bhakti means love and devotion. So, this is love masquerading as philosophy. This whole book is a manual how to reorient us in a loving relationship, you see. Out of love, so many beautiful flowers have been arranged to put for the pleasure of Krishna. Like we like flowers, well, yes, hopefully. I mean, sometimes I had this issue. I used to wonder, what's this big deal with flowers? In the films, you see, someone buys flowers and bang, and buy me flowers. Oh, it's a problem. You never buy any flowers. And then you see flowers with this pragmatic male conditioning, and you think, okay, now you have flowers, then what? Because this logic says, give me something I can work with, maybe eat, or get me a car or something. But beauty, so many colors, then they are arranged in a particular way. This is a love language, affection, visual. You can smell, you can, process something more than words can express sometimes. So out of devotion and love, we are saying so many arrangements are made. This is to please us. When we see, it's also to please the Lord. So devotion connects us. There's the yoga part. We are known as bhaktas because Bhagavan, bhakta, and the relationship happens through bhakti, devotion. So there is love and devotion within our hearts. And how do we connect our love and devotion to the Supreme Lord? He has already shown love. Hey, you wanted to be in Germany and enjoy what Germany has to offer. So some have taken birth here, some have traveled to Germany. Here I am also. There's oxygen for free. Watch out, mankind will start selling it to you. Krishna has already made water for free. He has a system where there's the sun giving us heat. Some countries get more heat than others. So if you want more heat, come to Africa. More sun, then you'll be a little bit more chirpy. Here people they've got their brown and black, those puffer jackets. Everyone's got one. Earphones. Life is tough in Germany. People in Africa think, hey, I should go to Germany, They've got the euro there, I could live in Munich and watch Bayern Munich. Life is good there. People in Germany think, oh, this is bad, So Krishna has provided so much facility. He's given us this body. It can digest food, there's a tongue, you can taste things. We take this for granted. All the sky that we want to fall in love with, nature, there's eyes. He has made it that the light of the sun will help you see something. Water will allow you to taste something. The wind will allow you to feel some tactile stimulation. This is Krishna's love. But when we forget our relationship with Krishna, we just think all this stuff is ours. I'm German, all the German stuff belongs to me. I must just enjoy. And we fight each other. This is mine, this is ours. We forget who has made the arrangement. So books like Bhagavad Gita are helping us to understand who we are, what this world is, who has made all this stuff, how should we use all the stuff such that we remember who we are and we function at a higher vibration, because selfishness is very low vibration, exploitation, low vibration, greed, low vibration. But service, charity, compassion, sharing, these are higher. Love, the highest of vibrations. So Krishna is then teaching Bhakti, how the Bhakta can connect their mind, man mana bhava mat bhakto, always think of me. How are we going to think of Krishna? He explains himself, I am the taste of water. Anyone here who's against drinking water? Can you just, I'm done with this water, That's it. I don't know why everyone's into water, So Krishna understands everyone's drinking and he says, I am the tasting water. That thing that makes it special. You can remember, this is Krishna. He says, I am the light of the sun and the moon. And we like these things. I'm the intelligence of the intelligent. We see intelligent people, we can recognize, I'm the ability in man. Someone has great ability, Krishna. So in many ways, giving us a chance to connect what we see, what we touch, what we smell, what we taste, to the Supreme Lover. But without this education, without hearing from Krishna, it is difficult to see the point of everything. Many people always ask, what's the purpose of this whole thing? And especially when their idea of what it's for got frustrated. Like one of our main ideas, we think this is a big play park where we're supposed to just play and be happy and enjoy. As kids, the parents help us to think it's like that. They're like our servants, pushing us in a stroller. As soon as you cry, oh baby, what's the problem? Everyone thinks you're the most wonderful. And you think like, oh yes, I'm very important here, everything is for my enjoyment. Certain cultures, they push this individual, you're special, you're number one, you deserve everything, and then the conditioned soul goes crazy thinking he's entitled to everything and one should take him as most important. Well, Krishna is giving us the understanding that not everything will go our way. Why? All of these are explained because as the soul, now we think we are the body. We think we're the mind. And so the body definitely changes. Remember that small one that everyone wanted to see? Your mother would bring you and people would be like, oh, so cute. Oh. Yeah, now no one wants to carry her around. No. These days, even when you get older, even just eye contact, nobody wants to look at each other really. Other places they get aggressive. Why are you looking at me, man? If they have good eyes, you're like right in front of me in the metro. Where else should I look? So the body has changed, and it is no longer, 10-year-old running everywhere. As soon as they let you go, some of us now, when you run, you have to be careful. If there's 2 flights of stairs, you can't just skip one step because you may hurt yourself. It changes, it becomes not really attractive. But Krishna says in the Gita, this body is very rare to get, the human form. Because you could have gotten a plant body. You could have gotten some bacteria's body, a cat, a dog, an elephant. So many species of life are there. In fact, Krishna says 8.4 million species of life. And 400,000 are human species within the universe. So 400,000 from 8.4 million, how many percent is that? Let's see if all that school fees was worth it. How many years of education, Still you have to take a calculator. Or where have we seen 8.4 million things to actually count? So clear. Anyway, 5%. So out of all species where life exists, 5% is the human form. So that's very rare. But when we don't know what's the value of the human form of life, we just take it for granted. I'm a human being, I can party like anything. And we celebrate, yes, we are animals. But the animal actually can't do what you can do. We have enough software to ask important questions. Why is it that although I'm doing everything that the culture says I must do to be happy and satisfied, still I'm not satisfied? I have the phone, I have the internet, I have the television, I have the partner, I have the job, still something's not satisfying. Or death is sure. So when death comes, we've been to funerals. Who's not been to a funeral? Raise your hands. So everyone has been to some funeral, yeah? At the funeral, what's the main feature? Well, hopefully. These days it's not so guaranteed. Crying. Yes, other places they actually hire professional mourners. Because maybe the person was just good riddance type of a person, So at the funeral there's no flavor when there's no one crying. So they'll hire people who just come there to make the situation feel sad. That's really even more sad than the person passing away. Then we have to pay for some tears. So point we're making is at the funeral, people are crying and generally they are saying, so and so is gone. But then the children may say, but who is in the coffin then? Oh, my mother is gone. The children say, no, there's your mother in the box. They can't comprehend, the kids. What do you mean she's gone? There. And at the funeral, you're generally well dressed, I had a school friend of mine passed away. They even had like some lip gloss on her. It looked like she's about to say something. The most best dress I'd ever seen her was when her body was lying in that coffin. So who is gone? How can we say my mother's gone but we're at my mother's funeral? Then who is then in the box? So if we're saying my mother's gone, when at the same time we are looking at my mother, that means we have never seen our mother. Because if we say she's gone and it's the same, what we were seeing last week, same lady, then why now are we saying she's gone when it's same lady in front of us? There we can understand that who was looking through those eyes, smelling through that nose, speaking through that mouth, thinking with that brain, is no longer in that body. And Krishna is teaching that. First lessons he gives in the second chapter, that we are the spirit soul. We are not the body that we live in. And that spirit soul, there's no death for him. And when we get that knowledge of who we are, spiritual beings, and it starts to sink in, because remember that all these thick layers, I'm a man, I'm a woman, I'm from this country, I'm this and that, describing the body, describing its occupation, its color, its weight, its social, economic class. These are all the identities. These days, our sexuality. It's a big, big thing. Everyone wants to identify according to what type of sex that they are into. So this is called false identity, false ego. Krishna is first teaching us, no, you don't belong to this perishable world. Then he's helping us to value us in reality as spiritual beings. Therefore, when we are leading with spiritual understanding, then we will lead a life which prioritizes me spiritually. Then we will look for real soul food. What will nourish me spiritually? So this is love. Someone to tell us the truth. And Krishna is doing that. Therefore, the more we connect to understanding Bhagavan by hearing his song, all these verses can be sung. Beautiful words, their spiritual vibration. Then we shed our misconceptions gradually. And then we are willing to do something for the pleasure of the lover, the beloved. Have you ever known someone who likes to tell you they love you? Okay, that's nice, right? Sometimes there's a whole build-up, especially in the English language. You know, you can take months before you get to love. It's called the L word, like, oh, the L bomb. Someone said they love you. But I like you, you know, I really like you. I'm really into you. You know, then one bright morning, I love you. Oh! Tell the friends, you know. Later on, who said I love you first? You know, it's like a big thing. Love. But if someone keeps telling you, especially those who are married, I love you, but they're sitting on the couch, you know, playing PlayStation, watching Netflix. Sooner or later, just this mouthing of I love you actually creates anger. Enough with I love, do something. And people want, don't just say you love me, show me. So therefore love becomes an action word. We have to do things that show our love. We can't just keep saying it. So there is that pandemic also of people, I love God. Yeah, like I love Coca-Cola, big deal, I love Audi. What are you doing to demonstrate that love? So here there's the science of what we can do to show love. Beginning, everybody likes the sound of their name. What's your name, sir? This is my chance just to get to know your name. Yes. Emmanuel. Yeah. Emmanuel, how are you? There's a song by Sizzler. Every word actually somehow is connected to a song. Have you noticed? Some word comes up and some song can pop up that has that word somewhere. Hint, hint, the spiritual world, every song, every word is a song. That's why songs are so popular here. Because music is from our home. So Emmanuel, even if you're walking, Marienplatz, so many people, Emmanuel! Right? You look around. It's your name, it's connected to you. You feel something. So also Krishna is giving us the first link of this do something in this relationship. Spend some time chanting my name. If someone calls your name nicely, then you are happy. There's a difference between Emmanuel and Emmanuel. Right? It lands differently. So Krishna is teaching. You call me, you call my most beloved pleasure potency. Krishna also is in a relationship. There's the divine couple that you get to learn. Yeah. Who is that personality who owns the heart of God? We want someone to own our hearts. We want to love and be loved. Where does that come from? This idea that we need my person. Where did we get this idea from? It's intrinsic in us, because just as the Supreme Whole is a loving person, he also has his lovers, he also has his beloved unlimitedly. So the name, and so we learn to chant Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Now it would be very difficult when we don't understand who's this Hare, or what's this Krishna, what's this Rama. If someone says even 2 minutes chanting this, you become annoyed, because what is this? We see sometimes people, we go on the street and we're singing, Hare Krishna. They just can't believe, like, why these people, I saw them for 10 minutes, 1 hour singing this, what is this Krishna? It's angering, because you can see they are attached to this Krishna, but I don't know who this Krishna is. And then why should I hear his name? Right? Someone's in love, they want to always talk about their person to others. After sometimes some people, enough already, Why do you have to always talk about him, We know we love him, but yes. But love says that you can't help yourself. Everything you see how your person would like this. Oh, this is a nice shirt, they would like that. Oh, this is... So Krishna is teaching us, this is the first step to a relationship. If I say, Prabhu, there's a beautiful girl, you must love her. Okay, you may be looking for a beautiful girl to love, but if I say, yes, there is one, you can love her. Is that practical for you? You're probably going to have some questions. Like what question will you ask me?
Where is she?
Yeah, first, okay, where is she? What does she look like? What's her name? Right? Obvious questions. to begin a relationship, you want to know who is this person, what they look like, what's their name. So the name, if I tell you, no, her name is Maria, hey, you're trying to find a girl, you start thinking, hey, this Maria, I wonder what she's into, Maria, And by thinking Maria, or saying the name Maria, when you eventually, I show you a picture, okay, maybe we can do something Maharaj here. Yes, and then you go on a date with Maria. You sit, you share a meal. This is all creating relationship. That's what we're going to do at the end of this. Once I stop talking. There's a meal. It's been cooked with love. Dana Kelly, Matiji at the back there, offered to Krishna. Just like we sit around the table, God bless this food, amen. Same thing, we acknowledge the food has been created by God and we are fortunate to have it. First we present to Him. So here also we cook without tasting and put on a plate. Before the picture of God, the deity of God, we ring a bell. In the bell is all the music is contained. And we say a prayer. And then we let Krishna have his meal. But he's so kind, he won't finish the food. Just by hearing our prayer, he accepts the love that it's offered with. So the name is the gateway. The name, then you get to see the form of the person, then you interact with them, you get to understand their qualities, their personalities. Then you can actually develop something like love. And in the beginning of love means what? A lot of sacrifices. Yes. Sometimes beloved wants to be on your shoulder and like your shoulder is burning hot. It's like you're suffering, but you have to, continue to give your shoulder. Sometimes your beloved just wants to talk for too long on the phone, And you burn the midnight oil, You have to talk. This may be uncomfortable, They are into going to the theater. Maybe you like to sit and just watch a game on TV. You sacrifice. So we are teaching that. Today you've come out, you could do so many things. You have probably a nice couch at home. Here we just give you a nice cushion, Now you can feel your legs burning a little bit. There's a bit of a sacrifice, yes? She's agreeing. So many things you have to listen to one person talking. You have many things you could be saying. So like that, what we are presenting, that there's the supreme person who possesses everything, who's all attractive. He's speaking in this book. It seems like he's giving philosophy, but basically he's teaching us how to love again by giving us knowledge of who we are, where we are, and what can we action to move away from lip service, I love God. How can we get our senses involved in the game? And the main way he's presenting his name as the gateway to knowing his qualities, his activities, and finally having the heart beating for him. That we are seeing everywhere, everything connected to our beloved. Just like as when you are in love, you're thinking, or the parent, thinking about what's good for the children. Someone who likes their apartments, everywhere they go, they think, oh, this would be nice in my apartment. Love. So, by show of hands, is there anyone here who would say that they are opposed to love? Like, I'm against this thing called love. No, nobody's opposed to love. Unconditional love. Anyone? And we wish we could find that. Even though we may get disappointed many times with so-called love, but it is hard to remove it from our hearts. Although later we start to invest little less, and which is a trick, because now if you don't invest again fully in love, you're not going to get back a higher quality. But when people are disappointed, they go to the next. Now I'm not just going to give myself, I'm going to hold back. But still they hope they will get 100%. So this is this world. That heart, here we can risk to give it to Krishna. Krishna will not mess with our hearts. Krishna will give us more than we ever bargained for. He's in the business of ecstatic love, enchanting love, undying love. He's all attractive, therefore he's well deserving. He ticks all the boxes. Even boxes we don't know exist. But he's not cheap. Yes, it's not Tinder love. You swipe. I was shocked to hear about this. We grew up when that didn't exist. Can you believe this is shopping? It's just like crazy. But it's normal. So Krishna wants to give us the best type of love. And so devotional service, this chanting his name, hearing about him, offering some fire, some incense, some flowers to his deity. All of this are just to connect us again to this personality. And then when we get to know about him, we can trust him. Then at the height of love, the devotees pray that, "Oh Krishna, you may embrace me, or you may make me broken-hearted by not being present. Still, you are completely free to do anything and everything." Meaning there, Krishna can do no wrong. Even his wrong adds to the spice of love. Yes. So we are being invited to learn the science of love and become happy as lovers of the most attractive person, the most loving person, the Supreme Friend. Sounds like a good idea? Yes? We can risk it all with Krishna. Okay, risk something, try. And you see that at the end there was no risk at all. Material world means, they say no risk, no reward. So then, okay, they said I must risk. You try, and then sometimes you get hit. Sometimes reward. And later you can say, well, I thought I was risking, but actually I gained. Another platform is all risk, no gain. Ours, when there's no gain in sight, we think, everywhere, what's in it for me? What can I get? Then later, okay, there may be more advanced. Let me risk. And then we realize, it wasn't a risk, I gained something. But there's another level where all risk without expecting any gain. This is the topmost level of love. And we can get to that. And that is what the heart is looking for. Love. Where we can love fully, without reservation, and feel love completely. Thank you for your kind attention. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.